So Rajneesh was this big, famous guru. So he has this intense eighth house. Again, beginning astrologers are going to think, oh my God, the lifetime is destroyed because there's all these eighth house planets. That's just not how it works, because you have to look at the planets in the house, the ruler of the house, et cetera, et cetera. So I put the chart up partly because of what I wanted to tell you about stelliums. So he's got this massive stellium in the eighth house. So he was very metaphysical. It's a tremendous. So he was a guru, but he used very non-traditional methods to help people in their evolution. I'll get to that in a minute. But he broke all the rules. He was against the traditional religions, the traditional Indian religions. He was, no, we're not going to do that. We want to get these people enlightened. Forget about all this ritual and all that stuff. So, and the eighth house is giving him a lot of life energy, a tremendous amount of life energy, a tremendous amount of psychic, metaphysical energy. But you look at the second house, it's actually stronger than the eighth. Why is it stronger than the eighth? Because here you have Mercury. So the eighth house, everything that's in the eighth house is aspecting the second house. But one of the planets aspecting the second house is the second house ruler, Mercury. Mercury in Sag is actually not a good placement. That's going to be a little bit, it's going to harm a little bit the eighth house. Not a lot, but a little bit. But if you just had Mercury in the eighth next to a planet, that planet would get hurt by being next to Mercury in Sag, because Mercury in Sag is not real good, because it's opposite its own sign. Here we're not worried about it because there's a lot else going on. But just notice, the second house is stronger because all those planets aspect the second house, and the second house ruler is aspecting it. So he was a writer. He wrote lots of books. He was a teacher. He could speak. He could lecture. Tremendous books that he wrote. Tremendous teacher. That's the second house. It's actually stronger than the eighth. On top of this, there's a major weakness to this. There's a major weakness to this eighth house for longevity, things like that. The eighth house ruler is not well placed. The eighth house ruler, Jupiter in Cancer in the last degree, is not well placed. This is what these classes are about, because when you're a beginning astrologer, oh, look, Jupiter's exalted in the third, must be fantastic. No, it's not fantastic. Why? Jupiter is aspected by two malefics. First of all, yes, it's in a very good sign, but it's in the last degree. That's going to weaken it a little bit. The retrograde just means that Jupiter is a little bit passive. That's not an affliction. But that Jupiter is in the last degree and is aspected by two malefics, Mars and Rahu. They're not tight aspects, but it's two malefics. On top of which, when Mars aspects Jupiter, it's aspecting Jupiter in Cancer, Mars's fallen sign.